So last night I didn't sleep. I went to bed, but my mind wouldn't shut off. So I started thinking, and I was watching YouTube videos, and I started reading a book, and I was just writing down lists and writing and Pinteresting. I just felt very inspired, inconveniently at 4 o'clock in the morning, of course. So I was thinking about the law of attraction and the power of the mind, and I just feel like we have a lot more control over our lives than I think a lot of us realize. And when I was on YouTube, I noticed that a lot of people have been posting videos about being in a lull, just going through a low point, or being in a funk. It made me think back on a time, this was like 6-7 years ago, where I was in a funk, and I always go through lulls. I think everyone does, just little bumps in the road. This was like a pretty low lull, and it was lasting longer than most. So yeah, this was like 6-7 years ago. I was young and foolish, and I got into this situation that got me into some trouble. This is gonna sound really bad, but it was like legal trouble, and I was gonna have to go to court. I had to pay all these fines, and the situation completely drained my bank account. There was just repercussions from it that I was not stoked about. It just wasn't good. And at the same time, I was also going through a bad point in a relationship. It was pretty much ending. I also really needed to get a car, mostly because of this situation. I really needed a car. And because of this situation, I had zero money. I was also working 2 part-time jobs, basically at minimum wage. I remember just like writing it out and realizing I would not be able to afford a car for like months and months, and like I needed one like pretty quick. So this whole situation was just really stressing me out. It threw me into a major funk. It was also like the middle of winter, so that didn't help, because I feel like winter is just a depressing time. So all of this was happening. It just put me in this place where my mindset and my thoughts were so negative, and I just feel like negative things just kept happening and happening. I remember I wrote down a list of all the bad things that happened and were happening to me. Like, who writes that list? But I wrote that list. I don't even know. What was I thinking? I don't know. I was just dwelling on all these bad things, and bad things just kept happening. I believe that the vibes, I don't like using the word vibes, I believe that you attract what you put out. So if you go out with a positive mindset, positive thoughts, you attract positive things into your life. And if you're negative, you bring negative things into your life. Law of attraction. At the time, this wasn't really something I thought about, but now when I look back, I'm like, it's like, I believe it because of my life experiences, and I feel like it works. This was happening, and yeah, like I said, just bad things just kept happening, and I couldn't catch a break. I thought my life was over. So dramatic, but it was a dramatic time. And I remember I just hit a point where I realized that it wasn't gonna get any better. It was just gonna keep getting worse unless I did something about it. So I stopped and I wrote down a list of every good thing in my life I could think about, everything that I was thankful for, just everything I was blessed with. And then I went out and I was very conscious about everything good. Whenever something good happened, no matter how small, I would stop and be thankful for it. And I remember I went to the mall and someone opened the door for me, so I was like thankful for the kind person that opened the door. And then someone smiled at me, and I was just, I don't know, I feel like strangers smile at you a lot and you don't really think twice about it, but when they smiled, I was just like, wow, like, that's really nice. That person smiled at me and made me feel happier. And then I went into a store and there wasn't a line. I was thankful that there wasn't a line. Just like all these little things that you normally would overlook. I just made a very conscious decision to be aware and to be thankful. And when I started doing this, I just realized how many good things I actually had in my life. And I feel like I started attracting positive things, and good things started happening. The situation I was in totally turned around, and I didn't have to go to court. None of this other stuff happened. This sounds so bad. I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. This was in my past, one-time mistake. But yeah, that turned around, and I found a car. It was a decent car for really cheap. Somehow I managed to afford it, and just little things just kept happening, and I would write them down and I'd be thankful for it. I got out of my negative situation, and I feel like my life was like this, and then it went like this, very low, and then when I started being grateful and just being aware, it like shot up, and I remember being so happy during that time, and now I'm back at normal. I haven't been very aware of things I'm blessed with lately, which I should start doing again. But I just remember being at like this all-time high after that, and I truly believe it's just because my mind, like the way I was thinking. It's not like that point in my life was a lot better than it is now. It's just I was thinking about it differently. I just think it's so crazy how powerful your mind is, and you can literally turn your life around just by thinking it. So if you're going through a hard time, I think it's good. You have to have hard times to appreciate the good times, and you can't be 100% positive all the time. Just don't let those points linger too long, and don't let them drag you down too deep. But then you need to get yourself out of them, literally change your thought process, and just bring positive things into your life. I know I probably sound crazy, but it works, I swear. Start by making a list. Just write down things you're thankful for, positive things in your life. Go out and just be so aware of all the good things in your life. No matter what your situation is, no matter how bad it is, there's always something good in your life. You just have to find it, and sometimes it's harder to find than others, but you can do it. I hope this helps some of you guys. If it does, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this. Feel free to leave comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on this topic, and if there's any other topics you want me to talk about. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Join the fam. And I'll see you guys on my next video. So positive thoughts only, and peace out.